Good morning. I seriously had some tech issues this morning. Welcome to Journal with Me. I am about 2 minutes behind schedule, um, but I'm here. It's time for a new computer, I think, or something's going wrong with my connection. I couldn't get my audio or my camera going. Good morning, Catherine. Great to see you. I haven't introduced myself properly this morning due to running around and jiggling wires and making sure that the connections were all right. But we're here. Thanks for coming, Catherine. Appreciate appreciate you getting up and journaling with me. So, if this is the first time that you've run across Kathy Hampton or Wellside Retreats or Journal with Me, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Thursday, December 14th, and we are here at our Thursday session. We have two sessions during the week, and occasionally I'll slip in a Sunday. For now, I've been using my Sundays for other things. But welcome to Journal with Me. Good morning, Donna. Good morning to you, the art appraiser. Great to see you here. And yeah, I'm grateful that you all tuned in, and yeah, happy to happy to be here. Yes. So this is a community of journalers, and we spend 20 minutes journaling. We get ourselves ready to open up, to download, to create, to reflect in the mornings. The mornings for me are a good time to do that because I'm refreshed, and anything that is stuck in my head or in my heart, in my spirit, usually uh, I'm open to you know to getting it all out, so to speak, including planning or um, yeah, just about everything that I can imagine comes up and out, and I'm thinking clearly, not foggy of mind, um, and just makes for a good time to journal. And we spend, as I said, 20 minutes journaling. We have a small discussion based on usually something that maybe I have put in my notes. Good morning, Sunny L. Good to see you. And great to have you here. It's early, I know, um, but I appreciate you coming through. Good to always see uh, people returning and people who were part of the community whenever they can make it. In the meantime, I hope that you all are journaling on your own without um, this session uh, being the focal point, because your journals are personal, and they are for you. It's great to journal in community, to be inspired, to gain inspiration, to be the light for someone while you're here. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today, um, what that is and what that means, um, but especially in community. Um, but if this is new to you, journaling is a tool, as I said, for reflection, for planning, for um, downloading, for self awareness and self observation. Really, it's key for those things. And this is something that you might want to consider being part of in these sessions or learning on your own. Do me a favor and continue to watch YouTube. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. You'll be made aware of when these sessions are uploaded, as other videos that I have. I have a list of videos to record, and those will be coming. Um, and and learn about wellness and the whole holistic wellness as it has to do with mind, body, and spirit. And if you are a woman who is 40, 50, or 60 years and older, or more mature, more mature, this is the YouTube channel for you, as I help Black women move away from what no longer serves them and help them move to a place that they will find fulfillment and happiness. So if this is for you, I hope that you'll come back and experience more discussions, listen to what I have to say on YouTube, because at a certain age, 40 is the age where you become really, really brave and speak out. 50, you are, you know, still hanging in there and making things happen. 60 is where you're saying, I wonder what else I need to do with myself. Some people are. And some people are become stuck, and not moving and enjoying life. They are working and hustling and grinding, or they're in poor relationships, or they haven't seen anything new, haven't opened themselves up to newness. And we talk about these things. We talk about moving forward. That's what I talk about on this station, on this YouTube channel. I'm sorry. So we're going to get started. I want you to check in with yourself. I want you to um, let yourself know, get in touch with yourself, and how are you feeling? Ask yourself, how are you feeling emotionally, and maybe even physically? How's your back doing this morning? How are your ankles doing? How is the décolleté feeling? Right? We forget about this part of our bodies, and it's very sensitive. But because sometimes we don't inhale and exhale largely, or we don't have vital touch, this is coming from a licensed therapeutic massage therapist, me. um, yeah, how are you feeling? How's your body feeling? How are your wrists feeling? Maybe you writing or you use your hands quite a bit and have, remnants of carpal tunnel. How are you doing this morning? How are you feeling emotionally? If you don't have words to describe them using the weather, using, some other terms, how are you doing this morning? Take a note of that, because later on you may be feeling different, and that means that a change has occurred, as it would inevitably happen. It could get worse, or you could feel better, but make a note. But right now, at this moment, how are you doing? We're going to start with whatever writing instrument you have, and pen, journal, paper, tablet, whatever you have, paintbrush or paint, canvas or a canvas. Good morning, my peas. Good morning to you. So glad you could make it this morning. So glad that you could make it. Glad everyone is here. And so let me get started with the timer. I hope that if you've had time to check in, you can take 3 cleansing breaths also. That's inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth at your pace. And that also calms the nervous system when you take these big breaths, and allows you to open up more as you are calmer. Okay. And let's see if I can find I have too many apps. Okay, we're going to get started with 20 minutes on the clock, right? And if 20 minutes is too long, for you. You can write as much as you want, but then spend some time in meditation, okay? And yeah, use the 20 minutes the way you'd like. But I'll be journaling, and I hope that you will too. Thank you for journaling with me. Okay. Okay, the chime has chimed, and our 20 minutes is up. That went fast for me. I have more I could have downloaded, but it's all good. It's all good. How about you? How's it going for you this morning? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you feeling different now? Um, do you feel different now from 20 minutes ago? Well, take your time settling back in. You can put me in the background, put on mute if you like, but I'll be talking about um, it's coming to the end of the year, and um, I've been doing a lot of reflecting along with a lot of other stuff, but a lot of reflection in looking back over the last year and how I got to here, how I got here, this space, how I got to be in this place of peace that I've actually found for myself, how I've made a transition or transformation over the last few years that have been very pivotal, um, a pivotal point in my life. Um, and it all had to do with um, me taking steps and making movement that it just seemed like I had to do. It wasn't like I was waiting around to do them, but I had to do them, you know, or I would have been unhappy. So the discussion today is where I found the, I'm going to call it wisdom, to the wisdom to be wise, if that makes sense. Kind of like what got into my head that said, you know, how are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? And and to do this, to do make the moves, because I believe transformation is there's different parts of it. If you are feeling like stuck, you know, and usually what happens is you either become self-aware or learn how to be still and be aware of what you need to do, or how are you doing. You're checking in with yourself constantly in order to make something else happen, so that you can get out of the space or place that you don't want to be, and you have to take action. So my reflections have been about really what were the tools that I used? What brought me here? Well, probably, goodness, years. Seems like years have flown because we've had this major, what I call, you know, this major block of time where we all had to sit down and be still. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything. Caused us to reflect, right? And so it was before even that period that I realized that I had to make a change. And so I actually started reading books prior to this that were self-help books, or books that provided wisdom to me. And the author, Don Miguel Ruiz, I'm going to say was key to all of it. The Four Agreements. If you haven't read the Four Agreements, um, that's not part of your library, your personal library, I'm going to recommend it. Um, it's Toltec wisdom, old wisdom, you know, from another land, and he got inspired by, you know, his ancestors, I believe a grandfather or father, grandfather, but this came up through his lineage, and he wrote about the four agreements, and it's a code, or um, so to speak. Um, they in agreements in legal terms are contracts. We all have contracts. They're contracts in biblical terms. Um, and I learned about the four agreements just to kind of like, you know, that was kind of the base of where I was going. And don't be unkind to yourself with words, right? Don't take things personally. Um, you know, um, I forget the other two, but I read it every year. It's a tiny book, um, and it makes a difference if you get a chance to read it. If you know about it, you know what I'm talking about. It's a good refresher. Then I started going through, you know, kind of the self help sections of bookstores when we had bookstores that, you know, you could just drop in. Seemed like all the bookstores are going away, except for the smaller independent bookstores, which is great. And I started going to self help and seeing new authors and old authors that I had heard about. Then some of the stuff that my mother used to read, I kind of went back and started thinking, oh, she read that. And I have tons of old stuff here, and yeah, for that I'm still trying to go through and go get rid of. But and then I saw new authors and bright covers. The covers of the books uh, started uh, attracting me. And one of the authors that I started reading about is or reading is Jen Sincero. She had a bright colored yellow book. Yellow's my favorite color. And I was like, let me check her out. And I would look through it and I'm like, this is kind of weird, you know. she's she's kind of silly or whatever. But she was silly, but she was talking serious business. And her book is called You Are a Badass. And I was like, yeah, she curses a lot, you know. And I put it down. I didn't buy it for a long time. Then I bought it and was hooked on what she was saying about transformation, transformative stuff. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. And then I bought her second one and her third one. She had a formula. She even actually taught people how to write uh, because she found success finally in writing these self help books. And she wanted to pass that on. She wanted to be the light for other people. And that's what I really want to talk about, being the light. Today, I have had other people, authors, mentors. I worked, I talk about her fondly, a judge that I used to work for as a law clerk who was the light for me. And she talked about, this is where I get this from. If you don't make a plan, then you're planning to fail. Write it down, she would say. Make a plan. That's how I started writing so much back in, I don't say in the 90s, but I would pick up a journal and write, and then I would forget about it, and then, you know. But when I was going through the thick of things in the 2000s, I that's what I did, is make a plan for all manner of things. And she was the light for me. Uh, and 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 when I say that, a light, meaning someone who you can see, and who is a beacon when things are not clear and fuzzy and hazy. And you learn from. And when with that wisdom that you learn, things start to get a little clearer and you can see because they have provided the light. When you and that's like you know, Maya Angelou's quote, if I can find it, she talks about being the rainbow in someone else's cloud. So you have this rainbow and you're like, oh, there's hope, right? There's something, I missed something, but I know that there's hope. That's a sign, a signal, right? That's the signal, that rainbow. You don't see that many of them all the time, but when you do, it's like, whoa, this is a signal or a sign that it's going to be all right. And you can be that person for someone, or you have to recognize that someone is giving you a high a high a high five, saying it's over here, it's over here. Being the light for someone else, and whether it's in a book, whether it's someone you meet, whether it's uh, I don't know, a community, maybe you don't know, but allowing yourself to see some guidance through someone else. So, and being open to saying, "Oh, that's what they were trying to do. That's what they're trying to help me, or I am finding help through their actions." Only if it's good stuff now. Don't be following anybody into the trenches or anything. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I've been talking. Let's see. Okay, my piece. My piece, you do you want to share anything with us? My piece said good morning to us. So she left us on Tuesday with some good stuff. Feel lighter for sure. Okay, good, Donna. I'm glad. I'm glad to know that. Yes. Unloading, getting rid of some weight, getting rid of some stuff that's in the head, right? It's a good read. Yeah, also Circle of Fire goes a little deeper. All right, Catherine. Yes, Catherine has been reading the uh, the Four Agreements, but she also the Circle of Fire is the next step. Yeah, there are several books in the series, but they came later, but they're great. Yeah, I actually have not read Circle of Fire, so maybe I need to read that. Very good. Thank you for that recommendation. So I actually have one of the books that Jen Sincero wrote, and it's called "You Are a Badass Every Day." She wrote "You Are a Badass," and then she turned around and she wrote "You Are a Badass Every Day," and then she has one about money, because she this was a woman who stayed broke for a long time in her life. And then when she finally became reached a level of what she considers to be a financial sustainability, financial success, she wrote about "You're a Badass About Money" or something like that. I forget. I have that one too. I think, unless I gave it away. Um, and yeah, she's been a success because she's been a best-selling author. She has calendars, she has all kind of stuff, you know. But I pulled this out because she is someone I consider a light for many, and her book um, made me laugh. Sometimes it actually made me cry. But one of the things that really made me consider her to be someone I like is that she always ends a chapter, especially in her bad "You Are a Badass" book. She always ends with a sentence or two that relates to love of yourself, and that just stuck out for me and to me. Because if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else, and nobody can love you, right? So she the way she put it for each chapter, she wrapped that around. It was like a present saying, here, love, care, that self-care, loving yourself is key. If you can't do that, you're going to stay where you're staying, right there. Yeah. Sad, mad, angry, defeated, unfulfilled. Love yourself so that you can be the light for someone else. So I just so happened to pick this book out of my cabinet, and it has a bookmark in it, right? And I turned to it before I came on. Like, I wonder why I have the bookmark here. I don't know. It's not even a bookmark. It's just a piece of paper. But what I found is that she wrote on this page, when you commit to transforming your life, you commit to getting very uncomfortable over and over and over again. Befriend the unfamiliar, the risky, the me no wanna. The discomfort means you're almost there. Can you relate to that? I know I can and have over and over and over again. I've been in some real uncomfortable spaces and places and times, and thinking that, wow, where am I headed? What is this? This doesn't feel good. And then I'm just going to read a sentence or two in this. They might be long sentences because that's how that's her writing style. And then I'll start seeing your low points and temporary failures as starting points. Instead of giving the many mishaps in your life the power to destroy you with disappointment, instead of highlighting it out of there by any means possible, hightailing it, instead of hightailing it out of there by any means possible, including unsustainable, unhealthy, self destructive means, instead of labeling yourself a giant loser who will never get it right, hang around for a minute and appreciate the architecture of your fail. Learn from it. Be curious about it. And if it applies, be impressed by just how colossally gigantic a fail it was. Be uncomfortable with this. Allow it, but don't stay there. And then on the last page that I want to share with you is, when you stand up for yourself, you give everyone the opportunity to grow taller too. And that's where I want to take you, about being the light for somebody else. I'll tell you that there are a couple of people in this community who have been the light for me. Yes, I will say it. They know who they are. So, uh, yeah, when you can be the light for someone to help someone see that, you know, you're on the right track, just keep going, just keep it moving. And that's what I hope. I can be the rainbow in somebody's clouds. I can be the light, to clarify, and be the light for yourself. And through making a plan, being uncomfortable, allowing your wisdom to spark, because we all have it within us. That's the abundance, especially if you are 50 and over. You have a lot going for you. Just be quiet, be still, and you'll be all right. All right. My piece. Come on, y'all. Let's give her an applause. Let's stand up. I officially put in my resignation. Hot diggity dog. I also had made my VFS appointment for my residency visa yesterday with a pleasant young lady yesterday. Thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Yay. All right. She did it. It was uncomfortable, I know. But she got there. She got there. She had that appointment. She called the people and said, "You know what? I'm resigning." Hallelujah. Go ahead, my piece. I am so happy and proud of you. I really am. And so now she's the light. She's the light for me because I haven't gotten to the steps of that that she got to. Yeah. Yeah. I spoke with her yesterday. I just wanted her to share that. She is the light now for me. I'm going to have a whole different process because my process is different. And that is the thing, that all of our processes sees or our journeys are different, right? No matter what we do, there's something going to be different for each of us, each individual, because we are different. We have different things happening in our lives. So, um, let's see, Donna, wonderful reminder about being the light for someone, Kathy, and also for yourself. Yes. And when I say to you, right, journaling is for you. It's your plan. It is your words or your thoughts, your journey. You can look back at and say, oh, wow, I have made a transformation since last week. This happened and it changed the way I saw something, right? You have plans. Judge Mabel House Hubbard said, she said, I tell my boys all the time, you want to do X, Y, and Z? Make a plan or plan on failing. Allow yourself to open up to what is out in the world. And when you can plan and make, and the plan could be a manifestation, right? Say it where you want to be, say it, and it can be, right? I believe in it. The story's already been written. The universe knows that you are claiming it and saying it aloud in agreement, right? It's a contract with yourself, right? Make your words positive, right? Read that book if you can. And then go deeper, as Catherine said, the circle of fire. It gets deeper. All right. Yeah, congratulations. Yes, um we are all so happy for you. And we need, every week I say to you, affirm yourself, love on you. Yes, but also be kind and love on somebody else. Be the light for them, for someone else. If you are having, you know, goodness happen to you, share it with somebody. Share it with someone. You know, I believe in that. I believe in the law of circulation also. you know, not just for money. No, I'm not talking about that. But circulating good vibrations, good feelings, any anything with greatness and peace and joy. Let it circulate. If we were in a group in a room together, this community holding hands and sharing all of our energy, our great energy. Wow, just think about what that energy can produce. You know, I came up through, the church, the Baptist church, and there were a point in some of the churches that I went to that the pastor would say, "Hold hand, let us hold hands and pray," and so everyone would hold hands and pray together. And I loved that because most of the time you were with family members, but there were times where you held hand with someone you didn't even know. And if you were in good spirits, that energy could flow through to that person. I believed in that. And there are quite a few times when the woman or the man next to me would turn around and say thank you, and I'd be like, okay. And this is when I was younger. It's like, what is that? He said, why did you say thank you? Why did she say thank you? Why did she give me a hug afterwards? I didn't understand that until I became older. The energy that I had was being spread to someone else. And I was pretty optimistic young person until I wasn't. But I am now. Yes. Kathy, you're my light too. The community of sisters is my light, and journaling has become a beautiful outlet for me. I need to I need to copy that somehow. Sometimes these comments go around. Can you write that and send that to me somehow, my piece, in a text message or something? I need some testimony, but yeah, I have to roll that back. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll roll that back on the video. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope to be the light. I be a light, one of the lights, the many lights that there are. Um, I want to be impactful, but now I can follow you and in your progress. um, and yeah, this is great news, and this is for anyone who wants to make a change, wants to move away from what is no longer serving them, their employment, their career, their living situation, their relationships, um, finding independence, being open to find for newness, um, a change with inevitable change, a desire that has been met. So I'm real excited, and I hope that you all um, can utilize any of the resources or the books that I talked about today. And because if you are someone who hasn't moved away from what's not serving you, I hope that you will find something within yourself through your writing, through your journaling, also through other people's writings. The you know writers write to be for their words to be heard and to help other people. A lot of um, whether that be in a novel, whether that be in prose, whether that be in poetry, um, other people's words can help you, and be a beacon for you to make whatever move you are trying to make. So I'm going to pick one reminder card for my brother Hines. Brother Hines keeps me he's funny. He's so cool. He's an old man and a young body. Um, and I've watched a few of his videos recently, and he's actually a light for me. And don't think that you can get wisdom from older people all the time. Some of these young people have a lot going. I love young energy. I will say that. I have said it. Young energy, I'm going to say, really helped me when I had to transition from my 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 relationship with my then husband, and I moved to Newark, and I lived in downtown Newark, where close to Rutgers University. I was just what a block or two near the law school, as well as the Newark campus, and two or three blocks away from the School of Business. So I was downtown, and there was lots of energy. And in my apartment building, there was a mixture of energy there. Everyone was there, every race, every age bracket, but there were creatives in that building, in that space. The newness was phenomenal. And had I not moved there, I wonder if I would have made it happily and peacefully through that chapter. Yeah, I spent 4 years in that building, in that community, and it was unbelievably energetic. Yeah, that's a whole podcast and book for us. So I'm going to pick a card, uh, and I'm going to pick a yellow card, a mustard card. As you know, you see this mustard. Oh, by the way, I am wearing a beautiful shirt by our friend who's not here today, Rise Up and Bloom, Tony Denise. I purchased this from her. I just wanted her to see if she hasn't been around lately, but I purchased one of her shirts, and that's the bright pink magenta that I'm wearing for 40, 50, and 60s, let's say, for women who thrive in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Okay, so this card is all right. I think I've read this one, but alignment isn't hard to find when you have a sound mind. Okay, that's alignment, right? It's funny. Alignment, alignment isn't hard to find when you have a sound mind. All right, and that's keeping that mind together. Yeah, come on, y'all. Come on. A sound mind is a whole mind, a calm mind, a present mind, a creative mind. Take a moment today, breathe, and reflect. I am aligning myself. I am cultivating a sound mind. Yes, and to do that, be calm, be present, be creative, exercise the mind through your creativity. Be present. Don't be here, there, everywhere right now. Be happy now. You have to tell yourself that a lot. I know. Be calm. Breathe. Remember, we take those cleansing breaths as much as you can. Drink plenty of water. Hydrate. A dry mind, a dry body doesn't work so well. It's true. It is true. Yeah. Start getting headaches because of uh, you know, uh, dehydration. You're dehydrated. When your body starts aching, ask yourself, have I drank enough water today? Right, Catherine? My buddy Catherine and I were hanging out, and we had to drink our water. in, in Mexico and all manner of places. We have to drink your water, y'all. Drink your water. So that is it. One more card. I finally have the rest deck here, right? The rest deck. All right. All right. Let's see what she has to say today. Trisha Hersey. All right. Oh, okay. Ease is your birthright. I love the flowers so much. Ease is your birthright. Okay. Unraveling from the constant pace of grind culture will take time. All right. Celebrate this. You have time to reclaim your divine right to rest. Do not rush this process. This is a lifelong rest practice. You were born to experience care and rest. You were not born to only be a worker on the clock. There is more to life. There is a way to ease. So we're going to celebrate this rest, right? It's a ease is a birthright. Rest is our birthright. Not supposed to be grinding. We're not supposed to do that. So my piece, we celebrate you today. We celebrate the announcement, and we know that it will take you some unraveling to do to start resting, but you're on your way. You're all on your way. Yeah, drink up. And so drink up, drink your water. But unravel. You unravel, you know, unravel this time. It takes time to learn how to take a nap in the middle of the day, right? Or take a nap in the morning after you woke up. You're like, oh, I think I want to just rest and don't do anything. Or take a walk and sit in a park. There's there's a friend of some of us here, Paula, who I met virtually, but then I met Paula in Portugal, and I don't know if she's going to hear this or not, but Paula loves park benches. She loves a park bench, and that was a joke. I thought she was kidding until we would see a bench, and she would go and sit down on it, and she said, "Oh, this is just a lovely park bench. It could be anywhere. It could be, wherever there was a park bench." She soaked it in. She took pictures of it. She sat on it. So she rested and she plays. She plays very well throughout the world. Yeah, she does it. And yeah, so anyhow, I can get off on tangents. Please excuse me. Please have a great day. I look forward to seeing you on next Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. We'll be back journaling. Please journal on your own. Find a quiet space, comfort. Go outside, go to a coffee shop, and pretend there's no one there. Whatever you choose to make your journaling life, um, you know, pleasant. And then come back and journal with me. Come back and journal on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30. I wish you a great day and a great weekend. And congratulations to you. Affirm yourself. Say something good and positive and celebrate yourself today and every day. All right. Much love to you. Peace to you. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.